challenges right now is how real estate pros and contractors can provide better services among rising wages, because that's a real issue. So I was just reading something today that since the top of the market in 2007, and I'm just trying to make sure I have this correct, there were 6.8 or 6.7 million contractors or construction workers in the United States in 2007. That peaked then during the Great Recession, dropped down as low as around 4.9 million, 4.95 million in by 2011, and hasn't really fully got back to where it was since 2007. That means that if we take a look at this, we have less workers now than we did 15 years ago, almost 20 years ago. 2007 was 18 years ago. That's crazy. So we had 6.8 million back then, and we have, just making sure I have my numbers correct, we have a little under 6.1 million. I'm just going to call it 6.1 million. So there's 700,000 less contractors in the United States than there were, or construction workers in the United States, than there were 18 years ago. During this time period, by the way, the population of the United States has increased by 40 million. So it's not like we don't have a need. We absolutely have a need for greater things. The problem is right now, we just don't have the people to do it. So, I mean, we could talk about education, we could talk about training, that's great. In the meantime, what do we do? Well, there's a few things we could talk about today. Number one, we need to be trusted advisors. As a contractor, we need to make sure that we're not just a vendor. That's the thing. A lot of contractors are like, well, we're just a vendor. We just provide the materials and we install them. No. Clients are nervous about the rising costs. Our job, my job, is to explain why those costs are increasing. That's the reason why I do these videos. So you understand what's going on so you can get the best value for your budget. All right, look, I know it's going up. I know that's frustrating. So it's my job to help you avoid that waste that doesn't help you and just save a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, because you're not just hiring a contractor anymore, you're hiring a problem solver. And that's what we do at Create a Smart Contractor. I'm going to completely promote myself here. Yeah, because that separates us from the rest. Second, we need to focus on efficiency and transparency. So there's technology today that wasn't available in 2007. I remember the technology was there. It was okay. It was great. But, Twitter was just starting in 2007. LinkedIn had just started in 2006. YouTube was 3 years old, 2 years old in 2007. A lot of these common technologies that we think of were not even around. I use tools like Company Cam to help with our just making sure we're taking pictures and tracking things for projects. We have tools like Newsy where we actually send our proposals online and they look professional because they're all organized and it breaks down the cost clearly to show exactly what's happening. So when a client says, hey, look, I don't want this. Like yesterday, I had a client who came to me and they said, look, I'm looking through your budget. I don't want these line items because of the fact that they're too expensive. One of them was blind. She's like, I'll install it myself. I'm like, fine, do what you need to do. That's 100% fine. We still could help you with the rest of the project. So we could help with that. We could also go through and design and swap materials a lot faster because it's all electronic. So I understand you don't want surprises when you're working on a project. That's the goal. We will include things to help make sure that we can try and minimize that. It's not always possible. You want a solution to do that, because I was on another call with somebody and we're going to be starting to work with somebody where they had a contractor come in and didn't know how to do a bathroom remodel. And now they're having to go to us and help fix that. And what, as she stated, and I mentioned this in a previous video, it was a 5-day project that's turned into 15, 16 days. You want to keep your timelines, your costs crystal clear so you can be more efficient and effective with what you're doing. Third, we have to educate clients. I mean, this video is a perfect example of this. It's to help understand what's going on with prices. So again, let's think about this. We have 700,000, it's not money, 700,000 fewer contractors right now, but you have 40 million people. You think about the amount of work that needs to be done, it's not surprising that some contractors, especially plumbers, electricians, HVAC, they're making upwards of $200,000 per year for doing this because there's just not enough people there. And so they're getting paid more because they have a very highly valued skill. Well, what does that matter? How does that help you? How do you benefit from that? Well, the key is, yeah, you might spend more money, but what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that your house is more reliable. Not to say that every single person who makes more money is worth it, but by finding the right people, having a great team, having the right partners, you get better work. And that's really what we're talking about here. Sometimes it's not about saving the money. I'm not telling you don't save money. Sometimes it's about making sure that you have the right people that are in place, even if they cost more, to make sure that you get the services that you need. And that's really what we focus on, is that we focus on making sure that we can provide loyalty by having better service. So I know this is kind of a brief one, but I just want to be very clear. One of the challenges right now is that we have fewer contractors, fewer construction workers in the industry in the United States than there were 18 years ago. That's a big problem. But there's few ways we can do to help fix that. One, be transparent about costs and timing. Two, offer alternatives without sacrificing quality. Three, educate clients to build their trust, to help them understand what's going on. Four, invest in your team to make sure that the client sees the benefit, because it's okay to have a 200,000 earner if they know what they're doing and they do the job done well. Some of the people that make this money make it because they are faster than anyone else and they know exactly what they need to do. So this is Andy Nathan, Creative Smart Contractors. I hope you enjoyed this video today. With that said, please let us know in the comments if you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, comments. If you don't like this, put it in there. I'll make fun of you anyways. This is Andy Nathan. Have a great day and a better week, and we'll talk to you in the next video.